First of all, Ugur released a new version of his Intune assignment checker, where you basically can type in a user or group or device, and it will show you what assignments that is done to that one or assigned to that item. If you go down here on GitHub, you will see the latest download or the latest version available for download. And Ugur also had a short little video down here in the post showing how it's working. So long story short, you pick a user or device or something, and then it takes a few seconds, and then it will show you what has been assigned to that user. See if I can scroll down and pause in that exact spot. So useful utility. Worth noting is that it does require PowerShell 7. So there is actually a check in the script. So if you try to launch it from Windows PowerShell, it's going to say that nope, no can do. You have to run it on PowerShell 7. All right. Another thing I stumbled across was from our friends over at Intune.Training. Adam Steve had a new video on configuring restricted user experience. So I highly recommend to watch that one if you haven't seen it. And of course, there is also a link here to the documentation that is around this feature, recently updated. Then we have our friends over at System Center Dudes. They released their Intune Community Tools 2024 edition, a collection of useful tools for folks that are managing or working with Intune environments. So I highly recommend to use or check out that one as well. Then we had a blog post from Rudy Ohms over at Patch My PC. In true Rudy Ohms style, this is one of the posts that we have to read like 3 times to really get through, but it's a deep dive explaining how the extension works into management extensions. So deep information. Also a good read now during the holidays, or hopefully upcoming holidays sometime. It's a good weekend read, put it that way. And finally, Simon over at Cloudway, Norway. He put together a blog post on how the Intune Cleanup feature works when you have it automatically clean up devices, and what you can do when a device was cleaned out and kind of shouldn't have been cleaned out. So how to recover from that scenario. So useful post as well. I've also been arguing with my one of my SSD drives in my lab here. I have noticed that the Samsung SSD that I've been such a good fan of over years and years and years, the new 4 terabyte ones, after being in the system for a few months, and you put them under really heavy load, they started to disconnect. And I have returned 3 of them so far. So I was super excited with that. And I also have a 2 terabyte one sitting on the exact same controller, and that one does not have the problem. So it appears to me there is something going on with these 4 terabyte devices. So earlier this week, I reached out to the tweeps out there, or followers on Twitter, asking for recommendations on enterprise grade SSDs. That is, I mean, they are designed to work better under heavy load. So I ended up finding, got a recommendation for a WD Red one. This is a usually intended for NAS devices as a caching disk, but it has marvelous write performance in terms of durability. the Samsung disks are normally around 600 terabytes written to them. This one is 5100 terabytes written to it. So I'm going to give that one a go this evening probably, and I will let you know how it plays out next Wednesday.